Here's another ab video focusing on the core. Most of it will be based in a plank. Feel free to take anything down onto your forearms if you need be. We will start out here in a nice strong plank. Core's engaged, belly button is pulled to spine. Our shoulders are stacked just above our hands here. Feel free to take it down to your knees if it's too much to hold up here in high plank. And if you would like, take it down to our forearms. This will keep our wrists off the ground. It will also pull us lower to the ground, getting us closer to gravity here. It might be a little more difficult, so feel free to stick in high plank if you choose. We're just warming up our core right now. Feel free to take a couple breaths. We want to make sure we are always breathing. And if you need to chill out for a quick sec, hop right back in when you're done. Gaze is just 6 inches in front of us. And once you're set, start driving one knee into our chest, driving it to the alternating elbow, coming into some nice slow mountain climbers here. Keeping our gaze still looking 6 inches in front of us. If you are down here on your knees, feel free to just tap one hand to the opposing shoulder, coming into some shoulder taps. Totally up to you here. We will be here for about 15 more seconds. And in 3, 2, 1, we lower down onto the mat here. We're gonna lift just our upper half to work on our lower back. So we lift for 2, lower for 2, keeping our gaze just 6 inches in front of us as well. If you would like, you can bring your hands up with you here. And if you would like a bigger challenge, pretend like you're hugging a beach ball out in front of you and lift that up as well. Right here, we're targeting our lower back. It's always good to work in our position, lifting nice and slow and lowering as well, as it is a small muscle group. Take about 2 more here, nice and slow. And on this last one, pushing back up into a plank here. Engaging the core once more, starting to tap one foot out to the side and back in. Nice and slow. Remember, if you are down here on our knees, we can always tap one arm to the opposing shoulder. And if this is available, we can add some impact, coming into a nice slow plank jack here. Feel free to take it at 1 foot at a time too, if that's always better. And hold for about 10 more seconds here. And in 3, 2, 1. We lower down, we rest our head on our hands. We're lifting just our lower half here. We lift for 2, lower 2. Keeping it nice, slow, and controlled, still focusing on our lower back. And take 2 more here, nice and controlled. And last one, once you're set, just push it back on up into a push-up. And feel free to take one arm in center, opening on up to the side, coming into a side plank. We can always drop our knee down as a kickstand as well if we need. And we're just gonna lower down onto the mat, placing one arm in front, other arm comes up overhead. We're gonna take a nice side crunch here, using our arm on the floor to lift us up here, focusing on our oblique closest to the ceiling. Coming into a nice oblique crunch. Getting our shoulders off the mat here, and our opposing knee driving to our elbow. Taking about 2 more here. If you want to stick in this pose a little longer, feel free to pause the video and do so. And then once you're set, rolling over onto our back, coming into some nice crunches. We lift, lower, driving our face right into the ceiling as if we were making a face plant up there, refraining from using our hands to pull our head up. If it's easier to hold our hands right by our sides, that works as well too. Take about 4 more. 3. Last 2, holding the last one up at the top here. Arms are going to come right in between our knees. We give little pulses, reaching for right in front of us. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms come over, head, legs go below. Feel free to stretch out our core here. Take a nice big breath. Remember, we're breathing through all of this. And once you're set and back in the game, roll it on up, opening on up to the other side for another quick side plank on the other side. Remember, we can always stagger our feet, stack them on top of each other, or open up our leg, and we can always drop our knee as a kickstand. Whatever's available to you today. We'll be here for 4, 3, 2, lowering it back down on the other side. Hand comes back in front, other arm comes up and over. We crunch for 2, out for 2. This time on the other side, a nice side crunch. Breathing through this, all breath is important, pairing it with our movement. Still pushing up off the ground. Feel free to stick here as long as you need, but we're going to take 2 more right now. Last 2. And last 1. Once you're set, coming back up into a plank as we've seen before, and just engaging our core, keeping it here for 15 seconds. Feel free to do any move that is comfortable for you. Keeping a nice flat back, making sure we are still breathing. Breath is important. Hands are stacked on under our shoulders. And in 3, 2, 1, we lower down to the mat, lifting our upper and lower halves this time. We lift for 2, lower for 2. Breathing through this. This will be our last thing before we quickly stretch out. And feel free to stick around for this as long as you need, but we're going to take 2 more here. And last 1. Once you're set, placing both our hands right under our shoulders, we push on up into Cobra to give a nice stretch for our core. Breathing through it. Feel free to look up and give a gaze to the ceiling. And send our glutes over our heels. Stretch out our lower back quick in child's pose. Good yoga move. Always good to quickly stretch right after your workout. Once more, coming back to center, pressing our hips back into our mat or towel, whichever we brought out today. And curling our toes under, walking our hands to our feet. We are all done for today. That was core. My name was Sal. Questions, concerns, comments, feedback, feel free to let us know.